Hey my Liptons, so happy new year to start off this video. It's this last year was last year was yesterday. So it still doesn't really feel like a new year if I have to be honest. It still kind of feels like it's just regular. But happy new year. Hopefully we all have a prosperous and happy year as well as the other years to come, right? So I wanted to do this video because I realized like throughout my channel, especially when I talk about like artists, singers, rap, I mostly talk about like female rap, female singers, that sort of thing. So obviously there are times where I do listen to some male singers, not all the time. And the reason for that is because I don't know, when it comes to like a male artist, especially, it's been some years now, like a lot of male artists haven't been putting in their all when it comes to their craft. And I mean that when it comes to like singers, hip hop, rap, pop, that sort of thing. I feel like female uh artists across the board are just, are doing their thing. And honestly, I feel like they're better compared to the men in the industry when it comes to the music that they put out and that sort of thing. I feel like they're more motivated. They've actually put effort into their performances and live performances. So yeah, when it comes to the men just across the board in all genres, it feels like they're not really doing it for me. Or maybe I'm not really looking enough, but that's just me. Um, but what I will say is there are a few male artists that I listen to, and these are the few who I want to see give it their all and do better as far as like for this year 2023. So obviously I'm gonna start with the Weekend. Now I've started to mostly become a fan of the Weekend when I like went to college. Like 2016 is when I really started to pay attention to the Weekend. Like obviously, with the locks that he had and the look, it was very unique. It's like it's something that you haven't seen in a while. So it's like, okay, who's this person? What is the music giving? And for me, I would say like that and I know other people might say differently, but like for me, I feel like the best Weekend album was that Starboy album. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I was looking forward to seeing what the Weekend was gonna do after that. Right, so I was just like, okay, like the Weekend. He's a Michael Jackson fan. He definitely takes inspiration from Michael Jackson, but I still didn't feel like as far as like stage presence, performances, that sort of thing, I didn't think that he was really putting a lot of effort into that. So, and then when this new album came out, the what's it called, Blinding Lights, or I don't even know. That Blinding Lights or Midnight's album that he had coming out, for me personally, y'all, I was not a fan. I wasn't a fan. It sounded like a watered down 80s album, like very bootleg 80s. Like it didn't feel like whoa, like this was something that really took me back. Like this was something that was just like iconic. It really put me in the space of me being like in the 70s or 80s. I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel that way. I'm sorry, I didn't like Blinding Lights. I didn't like Save Your Tears. Even with the Ariana Grande version, I didn't like it. Literally the only song that I liked off that album is In Your Eyes, but featuring Doja Cat. When he put Doja Cat on the remix to that song is when I was like, oh, okay, this song sounds good. I love Doja Cat's verse in it. It was cool. It was fresh. I thought, she really made that song. But overall, it's just like the new stuff that The Weeknd has been putting out lately. I don't know. I haven't been feeling it. It's like, I think he needs to just like go back to the lab, give us a new sound, something different. Don't try to be something that you're not. That's the thing. I feel like The Weeknd is kind of giving me like caricature vibes. Like he's giving me 80s caricature. He's doing this, he's doing that. He's just putting stuff on, is what I'm trying to say. Like The Weeknd is not, I want The Weeknd to show his personality in his music, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And I felt like he did that with the Starboy album. That Starboy album, I felt that was The Weeknd. This album that he has going on, 80s vibes, watered down 80s, bootleg 80s, I wasn't feeling it. And listen, I'm a fan of 80s music. Don't get me wrong. I love 80s music. But I'd rather listen to organic, authentic, actual 80s music compared to this watered down 80s album. And it's no shade. So Abel, do better. Also, because you know me, I pay attention to the people who can actually sing. And y'all, you know, back in the college, I was like, I think I watched this one performance from The Weeknd. It was live. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, he can kind of sing. He's okay. But then I watched that Super Bowl performance that he did. And I was just like, you really realize who can sing and who can't sing when they perform live on stage. And I'm going to get to my next artist that I'm about to talk about. But like, I honestly believe The Weeknd needs vocal training. He needs vocal training. You could tell like when he goes to the studio, the people, the producers and stuff like that, they definitely manufacture, they put the mechanics in for the songs to be produced. Obviously he does sing, but like they add a little bit more sauce onto that. They maybe put some auto-tune, something, because it's like when you hear this guy live compared to like the studio version, it's like, okay, yeah, you could tell like the music is very just like manufactured and very just like a producer definitely put his own sauce and some auto-tune onto that. But I'll definitely be looking forward to some The Weeknd music, because I want to see what he gives us. There are some songs that I like. Some songs is just like ugh. And then like this whole 80s watered down 80s vibe that he tried to give us, I wasn't really too much of a fan. So, but definitely looking forward to Abel's new music, and we'll see what happens. All right, next one. Giveon. Okay, y'all, especially these past few days, I've really been listening to For Tonight by Giveon, and I've also been listening to Still Your Best. To me, those are like my favorite songs from Giveon. Like Still Your Best and For Tonight are my two favorite songs from Giveon. However, we've got to be honest. When I see Giveon live, like when I watch his performances on YouTube and stuff, maybe you guys can go watch it too. Giveon relies heavily on his background singers. Like he relies heavily on the background singers, and there's no shade. Like, don't get me wrong, he does put some vocals in, but then it seems like the background, like once Giveon goes up, the background singers have to come and like hold him. So like it's the song goes steady live, and it's just like, don't get me wrong, all artists, all singers, and whatever, even rappers have background people singing or rapping for them in the background, or DJs or that sort of thing. So it's nothing new, of course, but like for instance, like Beyonce, for instance, has background singers, right? But it's like you can tell Beyonce is also carrying the entire song by herself. You know what I'm saying? Like Mariah Carey, for instance, back in the day when she used to sing, when her vocals were fried, she carried the song. And she had background singers too, but she carried the song by herself. Like, the background singers aren't carrying the songs for them. So I just feel like Giveon needs help on his live performances, and I actually will give him the advice of like, if he's listening to this video, if that's the case, I'll give him the advice of honestly go get some vocal training. And that's the thing, people think there's like a shame of going to go get a vocal trainer and trying to practice and make sure that you're the best at your craft. At the end of the day, we all want to be the best at what we do. So it's like, if we need a little bit of help with that, that's not an issue. And I feel like the artist shouldn't take that as an insult, right? So, um, and Giveon recently had a situation, I think it was with the BET Awards, where he sounded terrible live. And it's like, I think he blamed BET, the people in the back, for messing up the, his mic or something. And I'm just like, sir, like, and don't get me wrong, those kind of situations happen, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes artists like to blame other people when it's like, girl, like just go vocal train, go practice, go get a trainer. You guys have the money for it, and practice on your vocals, and things like this wouldn't happen. Okay, but other than that, I do think that Giveon is a really good singer, but it's just like especially live, he relies too heavily on the background singers. So and at times I can tell like they're the ones that save him, because he might run out of breath, and then it's like they had to come in, like swoop in, and be like, and I just don't want to leave you, and it's just like, okay. So it's like I was watching the For Tonight video live, because I was just like, okay, I've been listening to this song so much, let me see how he sounds live, let me see if he's actually giving us those vocals live as he is on the studio version. I'm just like, okay, he's giving it to us, but he still needs some work. He needs some work to really, send it home for me. Okay. So, but shout out to Giveon. I'm actually looking forward to some new music from him, because I think that he's one of the new what I think he's a good artist. He produces some nice melancholy songs and that sort of thing. So I like that kind of music anyway. So I'm looking forward to what he gives us in 2023, if he does give us anything. So child, last but not least, y'all know, and I've done videos on this. I love Zayn Malik with all my heart. I love this man. But and he can sing. Don't get me wrong. Zayn Malik can sing his butt off. Okay, studio and live. But, and I said this last year, and I'm gonna say it this year. I want Zayn Malik to come this year stronger than ever. I want him to release that album. Not only release the album, okay? Not only release it, because the fact that Zayn Malik hasn't gone to tour with that Nobody's Listening album, with the Aquarius Fault, even though I personally wasn't a fan of that album, with, what's that album called? Man, Mind of Man of Mind, what Mind of Mind, or whatever it's called. Zayn hasn't gone on tour for none of those albums. And it's like, sir, you at this point, you've been a solo artist for what, half a decade now? Like, I need you to we need you to go on tour, Zayn. I need you to go on tour. I need you to be on these talk shows, like give me live performances. Even if you don't want to go on the talk shows and talk to the Jimmy Kimmels or the Jimmy Fallons, that's fine. You could just do the performances and go, because that's literally what The Weeknd does. The Weeknd literally does performances at these people's shows, Ellen, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and he goes. He doesn't do no interviews because he doesn't feel comfortable with them. Just give me a live performance and go do your own thing, Zayn. It's just like I need Zayn to go on tour, especially for that Nobody's Listening album, because I thought that was a great. Nobody's Listening by Zayn Malik was a great album to me. I love that album. Okay, every time I like Tightrope, Calamity, Sweat. Those are my songs. Windmill. Like, Zayn Malik did his thing on that album, and I'm so mad that he did not go on tour after that. And I know his fans are gonna be like, oh. Well, his stans, because I'm a fan, but his stans are going to be like, oh, well, he just had a baby. His daughter was born. Did you expect him to leave? Da, da, da. It's just like, okay, well, now his daughter is like, what, 2-3 years old? Like, what's stopping him now? Because last time I checked, his mother is still working. His mother's going, Zayn's daughter's mother, Gigi Hadid, is still, modeling, going around the world, doing what she has to do. And I get it, somebody needs to be home with the baby, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know what the dynamics are, but I'm just saying is that Zayn Malik should have been had a tour. Like, we need a Zayn Malik album and tour, because we need the hype. Because now the hype has died down for Nobody's Listening, and it's like, if you put out that you're going on tour, let's say today, it's like you probably might get half the sales from that, because it's like there's no hype to it. So it's like, I don't know, I think he needs to drop another album, and he definitely needs to go on tour. Now it's like pulling teeth, with Zayn Malik, because he's very, very just like, this guy is just he like, when it comes to when we say we're outside, he's definitely inside. Okay, Zayn Malik is definitely an indoor, inside. Like, at this point, I might actually have to settle with him doing a concert at his farm or something. Like, give us something, Zayn. Like, I need something from you, Zayn Malik. I need something. Give me an album. Give me a tour. Either way, I love you, Zayn. I just want you to do better. Okay, do better, please. Everybody needs to do better in 2023. I need something. Okay, I'll be very shocked if Zayn Malik announces a tour, because I'll be here for it. But tell what you guys think. Who are you guys' favorite male artists? And who do you guys want to see pop out in 2023? Give me your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Let's get up to 200 subscribers. Okay, we're almost there. We're definitely almost there. Let's get up to 200 subscribers. Let's get it done in 2023. If anything, we can get up to 300 subscribers if y'all, share my videos and like them and subscribe and talk to your friends about me. That'll be really, really nice. So I will talk to you guys later. And also, I think I might put up another video maybe later today or maybe tomorrow on a ZTV Bollywood show. So that's going to be my next video for the new year. So you guys, enjoy your day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.